Hey, fellow campers, I'm Wanda.
And I'm Ricky.
And we are Tennessee Camping Nerds. And tonight we're going to be reviewing for you a local campground here only about 40 minutes from downtown Nashville in LaVergne, Tennessee, and it's called Poole Knobs. It's one of the Army Corps of Engineers campgrounds, and it's on Percy Priest Lake. And we want to show you the video we took. Well, we tell you a little bit more about it. What do you like about this campground?
Well, it's very rustic. A lot of woods. It's not real crammed together in most places.
It's very hilly, but not so much that you couldn't ride a bicycle on it. We managed to ride around, didn't we?
Yeah.
And yeah, I like the fact that you're a little bit secluded from other campers with all the wooded area between the sites. So we like that. Now, his stepfather, he always liked camping where that he could be with all of his fellow camping friends and they could walk back and forth and play games and such. So he never did like this campground. He just felt like it was too wooded, didn't he?
Yeah, he liked being real close together with his friends.
And with it being hilly, there's a lot of sites that you have to drive up a little bit of a hill to get into and back out of. But we were able to do it all right, weren't we?
I really liked it because, like I say, it's secluded, it's shady, and it's not real crowded.
Now, this campground has a lot of tent sites. They have a whole section that has no water or electricity. That's up that hill we're looking at right there. We'll come back to that. We drove through this campground with our video going twice so that we were able to show one side of the road and then came back through videotaping the other side of the road. And then we went up that hill where all the tent sites are. But there's one large group site at the very top of the tent site hill, and you can have up to 40 campers there if you want. They have a covered pavilion up there, and you can use tents and trailers and RVs, but the max is 40 feet in that group campground, and maximum 12 vehicles. There's 47 tent sites. Actually there's 78 tent sites, but 47 of them have water and electricity. And there's a total of 47 of there's a total of 87 sites altogether. 78 of those you can put tents on, but 47 of those have electricity and water. And there are 47 sites that have 50 amp and water. None of their sites have sewage. You have to use the dump station, which is provided there. And there are 3 handicap accessible sites. And we'll put in the information down below, a link to the website where you can look at the different sites and actually reserve the different sites on recreation.gov. Each of the sites have fire pits and picnic tables and a grill. And there are 8 of the sites that are dual. They're called group sites, where there's 2 sites together on one driveway, and almost a lot of their sites are pulled through. And they have separate electricity and water hookup on those sites. But it's a great thing to do if you're wanting to camp with someone else who also has their own camper or tent. It says that up to 16 people can share those group sites, which are 2 sites together. You can see the lake through the trees there. And a lot of the sites that are across the street from the waterfront sites, you can see the lake pretty good. Some of those sites, it's easy people to pull their boats right up to the edge of the site and get down there to them. But some of them, it's so rustic and wooded that might be a little bit difficult. There's no playground on this campground, which is surprising for the Army Corps of Engineers places. They usually have playgrounds. Let's see here. Some of the sites are gravel, some are paved, some are gravel with a concrete pad. And they do say that on the website where you can choose which places you want to reserve. Those sites that are waterfront sites, and this season of 2022, they charge $4 more for those waterfront sites. There's 2 restroom houses with showers, plus there's one with showers and another one that's just restrooms. And there's trails that you can walk to from one side of the campground to the other to get to those, or you can walk along the road. There are laundry services there where you can use their washer and dryer. There are on-site hosts. Now, just like a lot of campgrounds now after this pandemic, you have to book far out in order to get to a site. I recommend you go six months out to make a reservation if you really want to get the type of site you want. Now, in between, we've found sometimes just by looking online often over and over again, we'll find where somebody just got through canceling out one and we grab it right quick because they don't last long. But it is recommended that you really book pretty far out. And I think some people wait till midnight the night of to grab those waterfront sites because you just about can't get them.
Well, camping's got so popular that so many people are doing it now. A lot of new campers. And I understand why, because once you do it, you love it.
Now, this place, they do not have a beach area. You see, there's the boat ramp there. But you do see people swimming out in the edge of the lake from their campsites. But there's no designated swimming area at this particular campground. Like all the Army Corps of Engineers sites, you can only stay up to 14 days per 30-day period. So if you stay for 2 weeks, you're going to have to leave there, and it's got to be more than 2 weeks before you come back. There's got to be another 15 days before you can come back to that site. So they regulate that pretty well. There's no Wi-Fi at this campground, but the cell phone coverage is pretty good. I will put in the information down below about the actual address of this campground. The check-in time is at 3 o'clock, and the checkout time is 12 o'clock, and they're pretty strict about that checkout time. They will come around and ask you why you're still there if it's 12 o'clock. I think a couple of times ago when we went to this place, I was thinking that the checkout was 2, and a little after 12, they were coming around and asking us if we were about to be checking out. So 12 o'clock checkout time. In this season, 2022, the fees for a site with no water and electricity is $20. There's $26 and $30 a night for most of the sites that have electricity and water. There are some that are $40. I think those will be right there on the water. And then that large group camp is $50 a night. For this 2022 season, it started on May 1st and it goes through September 29th for the end of this season.
And as you can see, there's a lot of woods, a lot of trees. It's not a whole, just about every site's got shade.
And I think this, where we're driving through now, is up the hill where the tents are located. So we'll be able, yes, I see that now, the pavilion at the top of the hill, and that's where the group site is, where you can have a lot of people together if you want, but there is no water and electricity up there. And then the road just circles around there and then back down the hill. Have you been watching the video? Trying to see if we've already gone through the whole video and we're back on running it again. It takes a little while to go around twice slowly.
Yeah.
If you would like for us to review another campground, just put it in the comments below. And we're reviewing campgrounds in Nashville and Middle Tennessee, whether they're commercial or the Army Corps of Engineers or the state parks. So let us know if you'd like for us to review particular campgrounds. We're also reviewing our favorite restaurants that are close to the campgrounds. If you have been at this site, at this campground, and have an opinion about it, we'd love you to comment put your comments below about what you thought about this campground.
Yes, and if you would like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it.
Yes, subscribe to this channel. That way you always get notified when we put another review up. We're going to be posting soon some more campgrounds and some restaurants and some product reviews for your camping products. So let's go camping.
Let's go.